Is that some water?
Mm-hmm.
I have some water as well. Please. You're so good. Thanks. What's half glass? What's that about?
I'll just give you my water.
Oh, you just pour it all over my notes. Jesus. Oh my god.
Can't get over how much I enjoyed Zootopia.
Zootopia. How great was that film?
Very good.
So good. It was the tiny things. I just love the tiny things. There's a man out there. This is going to be interesting. Stay up. Maybe I'll just put it here. Oh, that's better. This is too hot. This is too hot. Ugh, I'm so hungover. Do I pretend that I'm not hungover or do I just admit it? I think I'm going to admit it.
Yeah.
I think I already have.
It's the best policy.
Honesty is the best policy, yes. I need this to be more though. I'm sad that it's nearly over. Oh. I'm sure that's not how you drink it. Right. I'll be back. As I wake up, passion in my weather. Some nights I call it a draw. And as I wake up, best to see your ghost and when I'm what I stand for. What do I stand for? What do I stand for? Some nights I don't know anymore. Oh, 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 oh. Hello everybody. Welcome to episode 24 of the Babbles Travelling Yarns podcast. I am your host, Grace O'Neill of Ireland, currently residing in Sydney, Australia. I am also a little bit hungover because I just went to my very good friend Tracy's 30th birthday party. Ah! We got the train yesterday up to Newcastle on the north coast of Australia, New South Wales, and we were picked up by her beautiful sister Jenny. Hi Jenny. And Lachlan. Hi Lachlan. And we had such a great time. We went lawn bowling. It was barefoot bowls, so you had to take off your shoes and run around and throw. I was really good at it. I was the best, probably the best. Yes, yes, that's true. I took it very seriously. The men were like too strong and I was like, let's just gauge. It's also flight path day. It's always flight path day where I live. I live right under the flight path to the Sydney airport, so you'll just have to forgive. There's not very good insulation in this house, which means you can hear everything that goes on. So that's, interesting. It is 22/3 on Sunday, the 20-something. So we went, we spent the day and then we went out dancing, and it's the first time I've been dancing in a bar for ages, and it was all like 1970s music and it was brilliant. And we got the train down this morning and I met we met loads of really lovely people at Tracy's birthday party. Tracy has great friends, but Annabelle specifically. We got the train back to Sydney and she's been travelling around. She's from California. So hi Annabelle, if you managed to watch this. And she was really interested in my knitting, so she might start knitting. Knit some socks, Annabelle. Do it. So we just arrived home, and on the way I found one of these beautiful hibiscus trees, which apparently is just outside the door. There's just loads of them on the ground. I was like, I can pretend like I'm in Hawaii. So my voice is probably a little bit hoarse and raw, and yep. And so this is a knitting podcast, in case you're wondering, not just a ramble. It's going to be pretty rambly. That's all right. That's okay. So last week I put up the interview with Circus Tonic handmaid Hannah, and I got really good feedback from that, so that's brilliant. I am going to hopefully be doing some more interviews in the future. I've got a couple of lined up, so stay tuned for that. They're probably going to be coming out in the new year for reasons that will become clear over Christmas. Mystery. It's exciting. That was loud. Sorry. So where can you find me? You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry and Periscope as Vanna Willamille. And we have a Ravelry group as well, and it's called Babbles Travelling Yarns podcast, I think. I can't remember. These things are too hard to remember. These are my show notes for today, but I will end up talking for a lot longer than this. Like, how most of it is just cool things. Like, okay, Grace of the past, you're not very specific. Anyway, so let's get on to some exciting knitting things. I have finished two objects. First one I've been knitting for a long time. Actually, both of these I've been knitting for a long time, but I did mention it in the previous podcast, but I thought I'd give you a nice look before it goes off, because it was kind of difficult to see in the park when I was with her. But this is the driftwood tee. Sorry about the crease. It was looking lovely. I must try and block it again before I give it to her, or maybe hang it, maybe steam it and hang it. So, it smells so good. This is the driftwood tee by Mercedes Tarasovich Clark, and I took some pictures of me wearing it with this fancy new phone that I have, and oh my gosh, this phone is nice, you guys. It's really pretty. So it's done with Morris & Sons Inez 5-ply, and if you can see, I don't know, but it's beautiful heathering going on there. So you've got these kind of browns and whites and hair there, and some black as well. Now, so there was a little blip that I forgot to correct, and then I was like, well, I must actually do it properly, because this is going to be a sample knit for a shop. So I decided there was a blip that was on this side. I don't know, you probably can't see it, but there was a blip, and I decided to cut it out and redo it, and that's just along here is the cut. And I basically just cut out that bit, connected some other yarn, and just Kitchenered it together like the end of a toe. And I can't even find it now on the other side. Where is it? Let's turn this whole thing inside out so I can see. Not that side. Yes, that side. That's it. So if you can see, there's two little X's where I wove in the ends along the side. It's not so noticeable, I hope anyway. I hope it's going to be okay. But something spectacular that I discovered was I love mattress stitch. I love mattress stitch. So I'm going to put in a little video of myself in bed one night doing the mattress stitch right here. So I'm coming up close here actually to the end. Oh, I didn't even realize that. And what I'm doing is I'm coming in between the last row of knit stitches and the second last one. And I'm going in between here and picking up two, if I can see it, two bars. These two bars. And I'm just popping that through. And then I go back in here, I go into where the previous one is coming out of, and I'm going through two bars, pulling up. So once I've got all the way up to the top doing that, and the top is just here, which is just the rest of the armhole, I should be there. So now this is the last section. I'm just going to pull a little bit more. There we go. That's my first seam. Seamless. Not really. So I'll just show you the other side, just so you can see what it looks like. Really kind of, it's a bit of a ridge, but it is very neat.
Sorcery.
It's pretty special. How magical is that? Like, it's magical. So this is on the side. Like, it just looks like it's been folded like that. So you really cannot tell if you look up nice and close. If I pull it, you can see that's the seam. But it just snugs up so nicely. I love it. Across the top was a little bit, I mean, it just looks like a seam, you know. It's a little bit bubbly, but that's okay. And then I just picked up the stitches and carried on. So I'm so delighted with this. All finished, all done, ready to hand over. The only issue is she's off on Mondays and I'm off on Mondays, so I can't give it to her. So I think this week I am in the RPA and I will drop it into her 1 day this week, maybe on Thursday. So sorry Tal if I haven't been able to get into you. I've just been on the opposite side of Sydney like all the time. So anyway, so that is that beautiful little top, and I'm going to be doing a t-shirt. I know I'm probably going to be doing a couple of t-shirts in that kind of style. It's probably not going to be pieced. I probably am going to do it in a round. Where is it? 2 seconds. I told you this last week and I haven't started it yet, but I am going to be doing the water lily in these two yarns. This is King Quail by Circus Tonic, and I'm after taking it out a billion times to look at it, but it's just, oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, that's pretty true to colour. It's this beautiful, like these pinks are a little bit more pink, and oh, it's so pretty. Look at this one. Oh, it's so nice. And then this stunning grey hawk, which is like a really beautiful kind of blue grey, very gentle. I wish I knew more words for colour. I wish I did. So these are the two yarns. Yeah, that looks better actually, much better with the light from both sides. Sorry, I've made it nice, and I've kind of, I'll just take it out again so you can see, because I can't seem to ever put them back in the nice thingies again, but I'll be taking it out. I need to cake it up anyway before I head away. So look at this little spot of like magenta. Oh yeah. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with that now. I'll put it away. So that's going to be a water lily, and I'm going to start it with the grey, and then after I get past the lace section I'm going to stripe until it kind of comes more solid colours down there. So the lace shouldn't use too much, so it's probably going to be more even down the bottom. So I don't know how to do this, I'm so bad at it. I need a lesson. Why can I not do this? I'm sorry, I'm not able to do anything at the moment. Anyway, right. I'm going to be winding them up on Tuesday at midnight. So I finished the doggy jumper. It's so cute. It's so cute. So that's the inside. It's my FO dance, just for you, Shannon. And there's the little legs. Where are they? Little legs coming out here. Now I have I've been asking for accurate measurements every so often when I get to essential points. You know what? If it doesn't fit, the dog's not in front of me, but it's fine. It's gonna be fine. Whatever. So I was worried about this big neck being too big. So what I did was I was doing knit 2, purl 2, and eventually I just actually knit 2 or purled 2 together, and just ended up with a knit 2, purl 1. And that tied in the neck quite a lot, you know. And then I did a super stretchy bind off, which isn't, still not too stretchy, but it's going to be big enough, I think, for a dog. She doesn't really like things too tight. I think she gets a bit stressed out if things are too tight. You know, she tries on the thunder jackets and she don't like it. She don't like it. I think that even if it's on for like a couple of photos, I think the owner, Laura, hi Laura, she's going to be happy anyway. So there's the little Keely dog jumper. Look how cute those little sleeves are. Yes, I love this pattern. I think this one's my favorite. I think I'm going to use this again. Look how cute. Anyway, so they're my 2 FOs. FO dance party. FO dance party. Right, that is that. Now, I have 2 people to thank a lot this week. Fatima from the Knit Knacker Natters podcast sent me a completely unnecessary package of things because I sent something for her birthday and you're not supposed to send thank you packages, but she did anyway because she's just the most cutest person ever. So she sent me some amazing yarn, and she sent me originally a bag, the Girl So Sheepy bag, which is currently hosting my featherweight that I still haven't started. I feel like I have to get down a lot of whips. I feel like I'm on this project whip thing that Marsha and Jenny and Sue and Chelsea are on. I'm like, I've got to finish off these whips, and I finished 2 now, and I feel really good about that. So I need to get moving on the rest of my whips, and then I'll be able to cast on all the things. I've got the water lily to do. I want to do a cardigan by Melanie Berg that Mars from Brown Berries also maybe going to do with me. We'll see how we feel. No pressure, Mars. So cute though, isn't it? And I also have yarn for a Madewell too. And I want to do a cable jumper so badly for the fruity knitting cable garment. That's it, isn't it? Isn't it, Andrea? Yeah. I really want to do one. I want to do one so bad. It's actually the reason I started making garments, is to make a proper cabled garment. But I can't decide if I want a cardigan or a jumper. I think I'm going to do I don't know. Anyway, stay on target, Grace. Just waiting for the plane to pass. So anyway, Fatima sent me the rest of her parcel, as if a beautiful project bag from Girl So Sheepy wasn't enough. What? So she sent me this beautiful ivy and maple wool in the Harbour colorway and the Robin's Egg. And aren't they just my colors? I think everybody's starting to know what my colors are. This gorgeous kind of navy blue, deep blue, and this, oh, so pretty. It's kind of, I don't know what this color is. Greeny blue, sea blue. It's not teal, it's not mint. See, I need color lessons, Peter. Need all the words. So this is 55% lamb's wool and 45% cotton, which is like perfect for warm weather. So this is going to be another lacy t-shirty type thing. I want to make it go as far as I can. I'm not really in a shawl mood. I really want to make practical clothing. You know? I really want to make, because there's only so many shawls you can wear. And they're all so gorgeous and beautiful, I know. But I really want to make garments that I can wear every day. You know what I mean? Anyway, I really want to use that for that. And also, oh my gosh, this box is so cute. She's upcycled it because she's a genius. I'm so conscious. And she got those of stickers, and I love stickers. I was watching Opera Joe's podcast, and I'm like, stickers! Hell yes. Do you remember when we all had like those sticker books and those sticker packs? I actually never had them, but I used to look at them and be like, aren't they lovely? Like, people used to just have them in their pockets, like the stacks of those plastic covered sheets of stickers, and be like, aren't they so pretty? Look at my collection. And they never actually put them on anything. We never got any of them. Well, we did probably like one or two, but Mum just didn't really go in for fads, which I'm glad for, because, you know, I can say, oh my god, I was never into stickers, like, they're so lame. So I was like, you know, hipster child before hipsters were a thing. Not really. We were just... Mum was like, no, waste of money. Anyway, look at the stickers now. It's so cute. And she put this little... Oh, this is my favorite thing. I'm going to keep everything in here. But she sent me this amazing little... This is my favorite thing. It's like little stickers. This one's carrying a carrot. Hide my face. Focus. But I can't see now. How do you know? Oh well. They're so cute. They're all carrying some form of vegetable or fruit. Cute. I love it so much. So she also sent me some teas, which I had. I had the... What one is this? Oh, the chamomile, honey and vanilla. It was so nice. So delicious. And there's jasmine tea and apple flavored black tea. Oh gosh. Oh, this smells so good. That chamomile one. Chamomile, vanilla and honey. It just smells so nice. She's also sent me these cute little pens. Oh, how do I put them so you can see them? Look at them! So, I've just bought a new journal, bullet journal, and it's like the proper Lectrum. It even says bullet journal on it. How fancy is that? I was totally suckered in. Not even sorry. So the bullet journal has this idea where it has a key on the front, and there's like lots of ways that you can denote what's important, but you can kind of do whatever you want. It's so nice. The main thing about like a dedicated one is that it has this index where you can find where everything is. Everything, I think most things are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everything apart from 1 so far is knitting related. Anyway, so I've got my knitting projects. So this is my long-term future log as to what I'm doing in the next couple of... I'm like this far, and then I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. So this is like my knitting projects. A lot can happen in a year, which is so true, isn't it? Especially this year. This has been the best year of my life, but the worst year of the world's life. So this is like podcasting log, and then this is the main section where you have like a to-do list of everything you do and what you need to do, and it's just so easy. These are my measurements as of November 2016, which is super useful for planning and stuff like that. And I found this really cool like sock pattern for the heel flap and gusset. And I think it was called Heels by Numbers on the internet. When I looked it up, I found that. So that was great. Just a few ideas for whatever that might be. And just some writing that I've been doing to kind of get some stuff out of my head recently, which is always good. Yeah. So these and the little pens are going to be perfect for my bullet journal. Thank you so much, Fatima. Oh, you're so good. But I think the best thing that has come out of this, it's her. She's making lip balm, and it smells like mint chocolate chip ice cream. I love these little ones because I like to do that. and now no one else can use it. Ha! It's like, oh, I could eat this though. Oh, it's so fabulous. And you know what? Okay, so I worry sometimes about homemade things that they might melt in the heat, you know, because they don't have whatever preservatives or anything in them. This is not melted at all, and it's been warm, like really warm. Like the coconut milk in the jar that I use for cooking has been liquid the past 5 days, and this has not melted. It's perfect, and it's not leaked either. I love it. Fatima, 5 stars. Incredible. I love it. So, what's happening? What's happening there? Oh, I need to organize. Hang on. Organization. Why won't this work? Okay, put this in there and this in there. Oh, I just love this box so much. I know I've closed my bullet journal. I don't know where I am. Let me just. There we are. Oh, it's also got 3 separate things. So I've got one that's on my to-do list. I've got one that's on something else. Oh, that's my new to-do list. Okay, yeah. So I've got one that's on my podcast. Oh, that's where it is. But one that's on my podcast, one that's on my to-do list, and one that's on where I am right now. So, you know, it's just really flexible. You can do whatever you want. And in the back, there's my timesheets for work and stuff, you know, just to keep everything kind of neat and tidy. Now, my next person I have to thank so much is Melanie. What? Desert Vista Plucking Dye Works. Oh my god. Lotus yards. Holy. Oh my god, it's so soft. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so sparkly. Wow, this camera is incredible. Wow, the camera can show sparkle. What's this? Well, oh my god, David's tea. Oh my god. Look at that bad boy. Oh, look at that. Letter's got a net. It's an eco bag. I love that. What's this? Yes, do it. Wait. Look at those colors. Oh my god. This one. Oh my god. Do you know I had just run out of minis? It's Destiny. Destiny! Oh my god. OMG. And oh my gosh, this is super cute. I had no idea this was coming. No idea whatsoever. And it's from Melanie, who is, let me just check. 4 kitties have I? I think she sent me a message like back in June, and then I'd obviously completely forgotten about it. James says you could smuggle about 2 toddlers in that. Should be nice. Just put them in the bag. I can't believe it. I need to have a lie down. Can you believe it? I did not expect that to come at all. At all. So I had James like open the package because there's nothing more exciting than opening a package. I was like, open it. And what I'm drinking right now is, oh, good sweet lord, this stuff. Strawberry rhubarb parfait. Okay, so Dan and Kay, I know you're doing your testing of teas. I agree with you. A lot of them taste like nothing, okay? This, just this. If you can get your hands on some David's tea, It's beautiful. It doesn't taste exactly like strawberry rhubarb parfait, but you can get the rhubarb taste. And it's really sweet and nice. And it tastes exactly like it smells. Well, it smells more rhubarby actually than it tastes rhubarby. It kind of tastes like raspberry. Is it raspberry? No, it's supposed to be strawberries. I've got so much, you know. I've got a bouquet. My bouquet isn't very good right now. Anyway, it's lovely. I loved it. But the smell of it does smell different to the way it tastes, but it still tastes really nice. So, what else did... Oh, yes. So I've shown you the little video of Melanie, and I've done my little... Oh, I also want to say thank you so much to Barbara. She sent me this amazing pattern. I'm going to put the name down. It's a glove and mitts. I'm going to send them to my granny for... I think that should be nice. I don't know if they'd be too fancy for granny, but they'd be lovely, I think. You know, they have this beautiful lace pattern. So nice. I think it's for DK weight yarn, but I can adjust somehow. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So that's exciting. Anyway, I'm all talk, aren't I, most of the time? I never do any of the things I say I'm going to do. Meh. Whatever. So, oh, I also have one more finished object. So I made this tiny little heart for Tracy because I didn't really have much time, and I was thinking, oh, I'd love to make her something. So Kay was putting up on her Patreon channel little videos, tutorials of how to do this little heart ornament. So I didn't follow that one exactly because I wasn't able to use a lot of data for the video, so I followed an online pattern, and it was knit flat, and then I used the mattress stitch to seam up, and it wasn't exactly the prettiest, but it still looked absolutely beautiful. And then I stuffed it full of my spare waist fleece that I've been using for carding, and I duplicate stitched the little T on it, and I just did a little crochet chain, and before I closed it up I just stuck it through and just tied it. And it's so cute, right? So cute. And I also got her some Irish Barry's tea, a whole box of it, because she was missing it. Bless her. Because she lived in Ireland for a long time. I met her in Prague originally, and then she went to Ireland, and then she's from Newcastle, so she went travelling all over Canada and Spain and Portugal, and she just collects people, and I love that because I collect people too. So I love you, Tracy. I hope you enjoyed your birthday present. It's only small, but it's so cute. So I finished that, and I give that to her. Now, on to whips. Where do I begin? Oh my word. What do I start with? I'll start with my socks. So I have been doing a lot of socks, trying to finish these. I'm in my, you know, trying to finish things mode. So, now I know you're not supposed to do this. I know you're not. I know this. But I did anyway. So I love doing 2 at a time socks because when they're done, they're done. But 2 at a time heel flap and gusset socks can be a little bit of a challenge because you've got all of these extra stitches on the one side. Oh, I'm not showing these really properly. Let me just separate it out a little bit so you can see. So you've got I'm doing an 80 stitch sock with stuff. What's the words? It's a rib pattern, so it's knit 9, purl 1. I'm making it up as I go along. Twisted stitch 1 by 1 twisted rib. 80 stitches, 40 on each side on each needle. And then I've just did a heel flap and gusset, which is why I needed the heel flap and gusset on the bullet journal to keep track of that. Oh, sorry. Earthquake. Yeah, so I just did a slip stitch heel on the one side, and then I did the little heel turn, which is the cutest thing on earth. Oh my god, something about heels just gets me every time. And then I went back and I used the yarn to pick up all the stitches around all the way. And so I had all of the stitches on one side, and it's like, I don't know how many, there's a billion more. I don't even know if it's right. I need to count it. Am I going to count it? Nope. It'll be fine when it looks right. So it is getting easier to do these, but if you can see, there's a lot more stitches on the bottom side than on the top side, so it is a bit tricky to manage. But I'm doing it because I'm like, I'm not gonna let this defeat me. I love 2 at a time so much, and I haven't actually tried 1 at a time, and I'm scared too in case I fail miserably. Oh, also I have one more thing to show you. I wonder if it's in here. I got it the other day when I went in to get my friend a pattern. She wants to start sewing, so I got her a little pattern, something easy like pajama pants she wanted to start on. So I went into the local shop, Bobbin and Ink and Bobbin on Parramatta Road. Oh, it's so nice. They showed me a little tour of their screen printing gallery. Because I used to be a printmaker, so I used to do all the screen printing, and it's just fabulous. Anyway, so I got this little bad boy. Look how cute he is. He's so cute. He's a little snail for measuring. Anyway, so everything stays in here. This is my bag of everything. Carmen got me this. Hi Carmen, I use it every day. So that's my socks. Oh, and I'm using Arnie and Carlos Regia design line. Wait for it. Getting the thing. I think these are called Fall Night. I don't know why, but this seems to be coming up a lot darker on the screen. I don't know why it's not focusing on. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why this is happening to me. Anyway. What's that do? Nothing? A lot? Nothing? Anyway, so this is Fall Night. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, and I'm using West Yorkshire Spitters Cardamom colorway for the heels, cuffs and toes. And I've used them in another sock already. And it's great. They're just great. It's great to have a plain color just to, what's the word, for heels, cuffs and toes. And it's such strong stuff as well. Like, it's not going to wear through very well. I mean, James has been wearing his socks now he's not been wearing them recently because it's been too warm, and he actually said that he missed wearing them. He's kind of upset and he's excited to go back so he could wear my socks all the time. I'm like, you're so cute. You're just so cute. Anyway. So next is my dotted rays. So this is a pattern by Stephen West. And let me find the best way to show this. So it's starting to get a bit big for this needle. Let me just do a little bit of stay in. I'm pretty, damn it. Excuse me. Okay. That's another pattern by Stephen West. Excuse me. Steven! So, this is how far I am. So, where was I before? Where's my little charm? There it is. So, gosh, difficult to show these things, isn't it? So, I've done almost 3 wedges. I'm where am I here? Yeah, I think I'm just about there. I've got a few more wedges along the bottom to go, or a few more short rows. But this pattern is so lovely. I mean, I've screwed up a couple of times. Look, you can't tell. Look, see? See? You can't tell. So I'm using the amazing Skein Yarn Top Draw Sock. And in the that's like that. Grace. And then in the Kaleidoscope colorway. Why is it not showing up? Maybe if I go up here. Nope. Anyway, Top Draw Sock. Kaleidoscope, and it's beautiful. And look at the ball. It's getting so squidgy now. I kind of like it when it gets to this stage. Squishy. Squish, 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 squish. Because I'm pulling from the inside. And I know, like, sometimes you get the arm barf and everything, but it just stops it fidgeting around in your bag. It's just so easy. It just comes straight out the top. I'm like, ugh, so easy. And for the contrast color, I'm using Color Mart yarn. I know it's a DK weight. Shh, it's going to be fine. It's not going to be fine. It's going to puff up lovely. And this is their 10 stroke 30 NM DK weight extra fine merino. And both of these yarns have come from 2 very special people that I've met in Sydney. Tina and Linda. Look how bright that is on the camera. It's that bright in real life too. It's like neon. So, but you know, I think Stephen West, you need a neon. You need a crazy neon. I'm going to be so warm and lovely when I'm back home in Ireland. So, next, cozy memories. Now, oh, so I showed you all of the minis in the episode for Melanie. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Look. Look at this one. It's so bright. I think I'll make these into like a headband. I can start running in at nighttime. So, which is handy because I have actually just kind of almost run out of minis. So this is what my mini blanket looks like at the moment. Right. So this is where I am. So I'm kind of doing color blocks. So this section is going to be blues. This section is kind of speckles and greens and purples. And this is obviously red. So it's kind of taking this color here. So I've got a couple more to put in. I've just got two more actually to put in of my own. So this is the Kingfisher colorway. I don't know where I'm going to put that in yet. Probably around here-ish. I don't know. We'll see. And then there's a purple, which actually comes from this side, but it's the Super Bad Poems, and it's at the color, the purple spectrum. So I'm going to pop it just here. Yay. We'll see how it goes. If, you know, whatever. The thing about cozy memories is you can do whatever you want, can't you? Really, there's no hard and fast rule. But somebody started to do a crochet blanket and it has taken over the world, hasn't it? So I just kind of started doing it as well, slightly differently. So I'm not doing a granny square or granny stripe. My crochet blanket isn't a granny stripe. It's kind of just like a single crochet. I don't know what the proper term is, but I'm basically just going straight through, picking up a loop, and then picking up a loop and pulling back, you know, so I'm not wrapping the yarn around the crochet hook first. I don't know what the right one is, English versus US numbers. Anyway, so this is where I am so far. So I used the Richard DeVries yarns and the Bakery Bears Azim's Dream, and then I did another row of the Richard DeVries blue yarns, and I'm kind of doing 5 stitches, and then I go down one layer and pick up, you know, so it's kind of like, it kind of blends in a little bit. So, and this top one is a bamboo yarn that I picked up in Cambodia. So I'm just kind of seeing how I go on this. And it's not that wide. It's going to be like a single kind of lap blanket for somebody, you know. Just a small one. But I like it. I like the colours. So we'll see how far I get on that. And now I have a billion more minis. So now I can make loads. Yay! So that's exciting. So I've also just managed to square off my handspun Cozy Memories blanket. So I need to do those ends. Oh my god, they look terrible. Anyway, so I squared it off. Yay! And this one's more random, you can tell, because it's just whichever ones I started doing. So I really like this one. This is the same, kind of the same thing that I did with this yarn, in that I've got lots of little bumps of different colors, and I pull out a little staple length and I spin that. Then I pull out the next color and I spin that. But this one was basically from dark to light, and then I'd start with the dark again and then dark to light. So it's kind of like a striping. And this one, what I did was I started with the purple, and then I went up to the green, and then I went back down to the purple using via, you know, all the different colors. So it's more of like a gradiated, like, I don't know, ombre or whatever. So that's my little experimentations. And this is my little Gryffindor collar. And I messed up down here, so I just did a little stockinette bit. Whatever. So, yay! And this was where I tried to blend a little bit more. I don't know if it was entirely successful. I don't think I'll do it again. But I love the way, I just love, oh, this feels so nice. It feels like a lot heavier than the previous ones, because obviously the yarn I'm spinning is probably like a DK a lot of the time. Like it comes out, this was Navajo plied, and so was this one. So it comes out thicker. And this is just 2-plied, and this is is it 2-plied or 3-ply? 2. This is 2-plied as well, and this is 2-ply. 2-ply, 3-ply, 2-ply, 2-ply. So when I'm trying to keep the colours together, I do a 3-ply or a Navajo ply, which is like chain plying it. If anyone wants to know, look it up on the YouTubes. I'm not very good at explaining spinning because I don't know what I'm talking about. So yes, so that is what I have been working on. I still have loads left of this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Maybe like a random hat or something. So I still have this, which is Sarah from the Dabbling Shepherdess. She sent me across some single ply, so I applied them together, and I'm going to knit them in next. They're the next ones going in. So, oh, it's lovely. Just love these colours. Anyway. So yeah, I haven't done any more spinning because, am I at that story now? Yes. So now what I'm going to do is tell you my plans for the next couple of months, such as they are. They're a little bit all over the place. So I've got a lot of work to do in the next couple of months, stuff that I have not been doing, that I should have been doing, you know, the way it is. You kind of try to avoid life, whatever. So I am flying out of Sydney on the 19th of December, flying into Perth, and then going straight to my locum job on the 20th. And to do that, I need to get rid of everything in this flat. So I went to the post office, and we've been researching ways to get my spinning wheel home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ship it from Sydney. I'm not going to bring it over to Perth. That's crazy. So I have the box. I can fit the spinning wheel in the box, and I'm going to try and pack it out as full as I can with as much fleece as I can. Now I've managed to gather quite a lot of fibre. Every time I go to the spinning guild, I pick up more fibre. Now I don't have the fibre that I picked up this Saturday that just passed, because I had to give it to Tina because we were in a rush. So I'm going to see her on Tuesday and I'm going to get off her. But I got some hemp and some bamboo top. So I'm really interested. No, I didn't get hemp. It wasn't hemp. It was flax. Flax turns into linen. So I'm just so interested in plant-based fibres. And I want to talk a little bit about, actually, someone who commented on my post the last time. She's called Simply Stashless, her podcast, and I am so interested. I think that she is what I would aim to be. You should definitely go over and see her podcast. She reminds me of the Yarn Hoarder in her personality. She's super giggly and so approachable. I love listening to her. She just makes me smile because she has like this infectious smile. She's so lovely. But she talks about really interesting things. And she gave like a big spiel about me and my struggles with finding bananas, and how, you know, how plastic and how the environmental impact of every choice we make is like really difficult to do the right thing because we're not told what's happening half the time. So, but she is moving towards a plant-based, what's it called? Plant-based stash. Yeah. And I'm like, how fascinating is that? I am so interested in that. And also the Beardy Cheel, John from Scotland, he's also very interested in plant-based fibres and spinning it with his previous student, his old student, I think, because she's doing some spinning with things like that. And I was talking about how difficult it was to spin cotton in my last second last episode, I think, and I've done a lot of, I've had a look at the Ply magazine based on cotton, and I am just completely like, I'm doing it wrong. I see now. I get it. I understand a little bit more about what I need to do. You just need to adjust your spinning wheel. It needs to have a very high twist, and you need to go a lot smaller. Wool is just easy to spin. It's like the perfect fibre. It's so easy to spin. And I've also got a new what's it called? I bought I bought a skein of yarn off of PETA from Dingo Dye Works. I want to say Dingo Dog Dye Works, and I can't remember who said that first. I think it might be Kay. Or is there another one? I think it's, I don't know. Anyway, it's Dingo Dye Works, PETA, in Western Australia, in Perth. And I bought her Fair Dinkum base, which is from like ethically sourced, single source, kind of all the way through. It's from non-muled sheep. It's just fascinating. I really want to know more, and I'm hopefully going to have a chat with her and find out more about that, because that's something really interesting to me. I mean, I'm on this journey of trying to figure out how to be, I don't know, I just really want to know everything, I think, and try and make choices based on that. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing, no one can be perfect. I understand absolutely no one is perfect, and nothing is the best way to do something, because there's always going to be something that's better or something bad in that practice which isn't in this practice, and you're like, oh, do you know what? I just do my best and we'll see what we get, do you know? So like, I'm really interested. So I was fascinated when Hannah was talking about how she preserves water when she was dyeing. I'd never heard of that before. You know, I'd heard about, you know, all the dangers of dyeing and all that jazz, but I was like, actually, how much water goes into it, you know? And if she uses less dye. So yeah, she was talking about how she uses less dye. You know, she's a very gentle touch. These colors are they're just stunning, but you can tell that these are not going to run. These colors are not going to go anywhere, because she's used just enough color to properly be taken up by the water. And she said that I can't remember the number that she said, but she said like by the end of the day, the dye lot, the amount of, there could be like 40, 50 skeins gone into that one. I can't remember the exact number. Go back and have a check. But that's so interesting to me. I just love finding out the best ways to do things. So I'm going to test out, probably not soon. I'm probably going to have to pack up little Rosie and send her away. But I am going to be still using my little spindle that James got me, a small little hand spindle, to be spinning some yarn out, some fibre. I'm going to bring some, I think, if I can. We'll see. Oh, I've got so much stuff to pack up. It's going to be fine. So, yeah. Stop saying so, yeah. Okay. So I'm spending Christmas with my family. They're all coming to Perth, which is going to be so exciting. And then after that, I'm going to be working until the 6th of January, and then I'm kind of at a loss. I'm trying to figure out if I can get another job somewhere for another couple of weeks, or just stay around in Perth and have a break, or I don't know. I've got until the end of February left in my visa to come and go as I please, so I don't want to waste it, you know. Ooh, there's a little bit of rhubarb there. Tasty. Like it's rehydrated. So there are a couple of amazing things planned for the new year, which I can't tell you yet, but it is coming. And I'm going to be working with some amazing people, and I'm really excited about what's coming. You guys, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. So I'm doing a lot of work towards that, and that's exciting. We sold our little van. We sold Lofi. She's gone up the coast to, two little German guys bought her. And so we had all this money, and I needed a new phone because I needed more memory in my phone, and I bought this one, and it's so cool. The photos I can take on this, like, I know it's probably just a gimmick because there's two lenses on the back, so it's the iPhone 7 Plus, but the Oh, and I got like really big memory on it, so I don't have to worry about, not talking too much and stuff like that. So I can edit on the phone as well because it's big enough on the screen for me to do that. So I can like get rid of I can sell my iPad and I can sell my old phone and, and I have a Kindle. I never use it. I just listen to audiobooks now. I'm on a book, the Rook. Yeah, the Rook, I think. And it's really quite interesting. It's kind of like a secret society of people with powers and magic and stuff. But yeah, it's really good. What else did I say? Oh my gosh. So I mentioned it a little bit the last time in the previous episode. But I want to talk a little bit more about the Fruity Knitting Patreon event that happened last Monday, I believe. Can't believe it was last Monday. So much has happened in my brain. So we got to chat with Joji Locatelli, the amazing Argentinian designer, and she is the nicest, most knowledgeable person I've ever, and she was so nice. I felt like a bit like I was like a nerd at the front of the class being like, oh, me, I have another question. How do you feel about this? And how do you feel about this? And it was just amazing to get an insight into how just specific designs and like specific questions that I had that I couldn't figure out. She's just one of these people that is so knowledgeable. She knows exactly what she's been doing. She's been doing it for so long. I learned all about short rows, about horizontal and vertical short rows, and I'm desperate to start her granito pattern. And I think I'm going to go up to when I hand in the sample to the Granny Square, I'm going to get their cotton linen blend, and I'm really interested in knitting with it. Now, I got a really good, Simply Stashless. I can't remember your first name, Pet. I'm sorry, I didn't write it down. Sorry. But she said that linen just, like, it really softens up the second you wash it. And I read a really good article in the Ply magazine by J.C. Boggs, or edited by J.C. Boggs, and it was the title was Linen Loves You. The whole article was about how linen goes through absolute hell to become something beautiful, right? So what they do is the work it has to go through. I come from a little village called Monaleen. In Irish, that means fields of flax. And it used to be a big flax producing country, and all the fields were flax, and they used to go into the granary inside in Limerick City, which is now the library, and it was just fascinating. So when it's first picked, it's like cut from the stem and then left to rot in water for like 2 or 3 days, and then they clear out the water, and then that's just kind of, what's the word, ferment it, I think. And then they leave it dry. They put it out to dry in the summer, and then they go through it and they split it and they take the pith out, the woody pith, and then that's used for paper making. And then it's the long strings of the outside. They're stripped off, so you kind of break it in half, and you run your finger along it, you break it in half, and you kind of separate it out. It's quite easy to do, except I think you'd probably get lots of splinters, but have hard fingers to be grand. And then what you do is you beat the crap out of it, I think. Beat the crap out of it? Yeah, I think there's a lot of beating that goes on. Anyway, and then you card it. So you card it, and you have to card it quite a lot. It looks like you're just putting like lots of like wood and stuff on the carders, and then you card it, and it just turns into this fluff. I wish I had it here so I could show you, but anyway, I'll and then anyway, once it goes through all of that, then you spin it, and you have to wet it as you spin it, and then when you spin it, then you have to knit it, and it's quite hard to knit with. But then after that, if you knit with it or weave with it, every time you wash it, it gets better. It gets softer and softer and softer and softer. It's like every time you use it, it relaxes out into this beautiful like linen work. I am desperate to start weaving now. I might have to hold off until not this Christmas, next Christmas to think about that. But that is happening in my future. That is definitely happening in my future. Anyway, it's part of my handmade wardrobe, handmade life. So Yeah, I just find that so fascinating. And if you don't have linen, you can do the exact same thing with nettles. Nettles gives you basically the same thing. How fascinating is that? And then you can use all the leaves from the nettles to make nettle pesto, nettle tea, nettle soup. Nettle pesto! Like those stinging nettles that you get in Europe anyway. I don't know if you get them everywhere, but... So I have been doing some carding to try and card as much as I can on the hand carder. So this is a fluff ball that I did, and this has been carded. I've stopped putting it through the bottom of the carder. I've just spin it and put it on the big one. So I'm using the big wheel as basically like a flicker. So I just put it on like that, and then roll it around, and then take it out and put it back on, take it out, put it back on, take it out, put it back on, like 3 or 4 times. And then this comes out with this beautiful fluff, fluff, fluff. There's still lots of vegetable matter in it, but this is one of the, so this is the silver sheep, and then this is the great, the kind of darker brown sheep. And when you change over colours, some of the colour is left on it. So if you see there's a little bit of black there, that's from this one, and then there's a little bit of white there, that's from this one. So, you know, it's grand, salt and pepper. And that's another little one. So they're still kind of greasy, but oh, they're so fluffy. So this one's so much softer than this one. So the darker merino that I have is coarser, and then as it gets brighter and whiter, it gets softer. So these dark ones I've been told there's not so many, there's like 2 or 3 in the whole flock of like 1,000 sheep, because they're kind of randoms, you know. They're not really able to sell the darker colours because the fine fashion houses, sorry, my flip flop is annoying me. So the fashion houses can't really do anything with this because they can't dye it, and they can't really do anything, you know, it's not as soft as they want, so it's kind of just left as waste. But I love it because, you know, it's something unique and different. I mean, if we overbreed the animals, then they're just gonna go bad. I mean, you can just see it in the way that merino sheep are bred to be extra wrinkly, and then they end up getting fly strike, and then that's why they have to be mulesed, and well, it's horrible, you know. So overbreeding is just not good for the animals. Which is why I'm really interested in this rare breeds project. And hopefully this weekend I might be going up to the farm where one of the ladies who runs the rare breeds project has a couple of little animals, and I'm hopefully going to podcast from there and have a little interview with her, but we'll see. Keep me updated. I can't get over how many planes there are, oh my god. Oh, these are my little tiny ones. They're kind of a bit squished. I'm gonna spin these, and yeah, I'll spin these and put them into I think these will probably be the last things I spin. A little grey one. So soft. Yes, so that's my plan. Now I'm at 105 at the moment, but I've stopped every time that the plane came over because they drive me crazy, so I'm going to do a lot of editing. Oh, I'm sorry about the chip choppiness, but we'll see. Maybe I'll leave it in and just see my silly face all the time. I don't care. Have I anything else to say? I'm sure I do. There was one more thing. So I have a very, very good friend of mine called Babbles Dunn, and she does pet portraits. And this picture here is a picture of my cat Jackie, who died about 2 years ago. So I have all of these pictures of my cat, but it's difficult to have them when she's gone now, and all I have is pictures of her on the computer. But Babin does these incredible pet portraits. So I gave her a bunch of pictures of Jackie, tried to get the clearest ones possible, and this was the one that she eventually chose, because look at her little thin face with a little white dot. So her Etsy is Odd Design Studio, and her email is bavendun16@gmail.com, and this is the painting that she actually made of this image. It is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. She posts worldwide. She has an incredibly fast turnaround rate. I think she did one of these for me in a weekend. Like, but I'm not going to give her, that's not the final. She'll let you know how fast she can do them. But I thoroughly recommend checking out her Etsy shop. So I want to say just a final thank you to everybody who watches, everybody who comments, everyone who contacts me. I love hearing from you. Love it. Every time something pops up, I'm like, ah! It's like the best feeling ever. I love it so much. Thank you so much. And if this is your first time and you've stayed to the end, congratulations. This is my hangover episode. I'm onto the water now. It's just been a tough one. I am going to put in a couple of videos, maybe at the start or the end, from my trip up the coast in the train from Sydney to Newcastle, which was beautiful. I just wanted to ask as well, just one final note. Some people have told me that, mainly just the girls at work, Mary, if you're watching. Some people have asked me or told me that it might be a good idea to maybe include a little bit about cooking in my podcast, some vegetarian and vegan meals that people might be interested in. I love cooking. I love it. And I love making things from scratch. And I'm just wondering if people would be interested in learning just a few really easy peasy, quick meals if they've got like a vegan coming over for dinner and it's like, oh my God, what am I going to cook them? What a pain in the ass, you know? Normally I actually just bring my own, but I went to the barbecue at Tracy's and she's so nice. She has a couple of vegetarian vegan friends. So one of the girls brought this gigantic salad and she'd barbecued like loads of these amazing vegetables, and I actually just got loads of barbecued vegetables and like put them in a bun and put loads of like tomato sauce on it, and I was like, delicious. I was so happy. It was so good. So I don't know, would anybody be interested in that? Just really quick, easy, just side dishes that even like you could put together if someone is coming over to your house. If you're having people over to your house and you're not sure what everybody eats, you know, maybe it might be a good idea to have just a few vegan friendly meals just because everybody can eat them, you know? I don't know. If anybody's interested, let me know and maybe I could do a few little quick, easy peasy meals that I whip up every day when I come home from work at like 5 o'clock. Let me know. I don't know. I mean, maybe I won't have time but maybe in the new year it might be something I just add on at the end. I love the way, who was it that I was talking to? I listened to an audio podcast and she features Meatless Mondays and she features a couple of really interesting vegetarian recipes. And I think that's fascinating. I love hearing them. And it's so easy to alter, to turn it and just don't add the cheese or don't add the egg or don't add the halloumi or whatever else, you know, just to turn it vegan. So costs very little to make a vegan meal, which is awesome. For me anyway, I'm very cheap. I'm extremely cheap. So yeah, I hope everybody's had a lovely week. I hope everybody's taking care of themselves and other people and had a lovely day lovely week full of knitting goodness. And I hope you didn't drink as much as I did last night, because I did drink last night. one of our favorite places to one of our favorite beer places is called Newtowner Beer, and it's made actually just up the road from us. And turns out that they have also started putting solar panels on the roof as a part of the environmental initiative. So now I'm like, hey, my beer's, ecologically friendly, yay! So I can drink more, right? No, that's not correct. Anyway, I love you guys. Don't drink too much. It's a bad idea. It's a terrible idea. I love you. Goodbye. Hello. It's not working, is it? What's what? It's a kiss, obviously. I just can't. I have to tidy up now. I don't want to.
Doesn't it? We should like this first.
Okay.
The rest of our lives.
You said it. You heard it here first. Okay.